shows in a row. 3 lives. Welcome back to a Level 11 True Crime with Mama D. We're going to pull some cards. We've handed our live chat over to our private eyes who are like almost professionals at asking the most amazing questions. And with that being said, if you're watching from home or you're just watching this while we're live but you're not in the chat, feel free to join in. And just remember, I can't pull cards and answer questions in a replay, obviously. So I will go ahead and start with any question. And this is on little 4-year-old Gus Lamont in Australia. Breaking news. Someone in his home is now listed and identified as a suspect, but they're not naming who. Well, as far as we know, we only have 3 adults and 2 babies in the house. We have Gus as a baby and his little sibling, much younger, a baby. That being said, the mother and the father of Gus are not considered suspects. In fact, the mother is over 10 miles away doing something allegedly with Josie, the grandpa ma, yeah, transgender at the last stages of life, kind of strange. Then we have Josie, who's back at, Shannon, who's back at the estate watching the 2 little ones. Could there be a farmhand? There could be. Could that be somebody that was living there? Could be. It's a sheep station in the outback of Australia. So without further ado, let's get on over. I'll pin your question so that we can see it. And I've got several cameras I'm working with. So I'm working with this one. I'm working with this one. There's a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and let's grab the first question I see. Carla, question. Does Gus's dad know exactly what happened to him? Does Gus's dad, who is not a suspect, just saying that. Now remember, everything is alleged. My interpretation of the cards may not be the same as yours. Even though tarot does have specific meanings, I also read intuitively. Does Gus's dad, Joshua, the Tower, he knows something unexpected has happened that is shocking to his son. This is something that he had no preparation for, no knowledge. This is alarming, something alarming. And he does think it is with somebody intimate to the relationship. He is in agreement that there is a suspect that is intimate. This is the 2 of Cups. This is, immediate circle of the family, somebody that you see all the time. It's somebody you spend a lot of time with. Can't even be your partner. So it's almost as if there's a shock for him. We're going to go ahead, get one more card, and see what it says here about Joshua, the father, and what does he know when it comes to Gus. Now, Gus has been missing for months, and it's been like crickets. We have not had any knowledge. So what does Gus's dad, Joshua, thank you, I'm going to take it. Did you see it hover for a minute? Buried. He feels he's buried too. That's his opinion, if you will, or where he expects the child is buried. The reason I say that is that this is the 7 of Pentacles. This is a seed that you plant in the ground and you cover with dirt. And he does feel perhaps that there is some reason of a legacy issue, perhaps inheritance, because this is the money tree. This is also divine timing, meaning it's the way it is when it happens. You can't control it. But it's also another level of the tarot is that this is the harvest. If we were looking at the 7 of Pentacles for the harvest, in a case of a missing child, it often means that there is something that is about to be retrieved. Good news, right? All right, so that could be a suspect, that could be a body. Let's cut the deck and get our next question. And thank you so much, Carla. Thank you to all my beautiful private eyes, as well as my beautiful replay crew. Nikki UK, does Grandpa own the motorbike? Nikki wants to know, and so do I. Ten of Swords. Something with the motorbike. Something to do with the motorbike is more than just who owns it. We've got 10 swords in the back. Total betrayal. There's something very interesting about that motorbike. Let's see. What is this about the ownership? Okay. Had to leave something behind. Now, I have autofocus on my camera, so if I move the cards too much, it'll get blurry. We have 2 of coins, cutting something out. So, I mean, just reading the cards straight at face value in the traditional tarot or true crime, you've kind of got this betrayal of some sort of death, if you will. 10 swords in the back is betrayal. It's also death. And then you've got this 2 of Pentacles, putting something down. So with the motorbike, we have a choice of putting something down. 2 of Pentacles, choosing to put it down. You know, he's been juggling and trying to keep this infinity loop going forever, and he's standing on one foot. He can't do it. You can see that the ocean is turbulent behind him, and so the way that it works with the 2 of Coins is you can't keep that level of energy up, and so you have to give up one of the Pentacles and make a choice between 2. So there's a choice between 2. 2s are always about a choice, a decision. Show me what else on this motorbike. Again, the partner. I'm going to come up to top side for a minute. We're going to talk. When I'm getting this partner card, intuitively, I'm picking up the couple, the grandmama, Josie, and I am also picking up Shannon, the grandma, the 2. Okay? The couple that I'm seeing is those 2. So you're asking, does Grandpa Ma own the motorbike? I'm not getting an answer on whether they own the motorbike. But what I am getting is that there's somebody that the motorbike is involved in the disappearance of the child. May have been used to respond to whatever happened to the child, but also could have been used to cover it up, to protect a loved one. Bottom of the deck, exchange. 6 of Pentacles, giving, overgiving. Overgiving. Let me fix my camera. There. Sorry, y'all. So I don't always get the answers. Any tarot reader that tells you they do is full of crap. You get the answers when your source, which is Jesus for me, wants you to have the answers. So I can't answer who owns it, but I can tell you a little bit about that bike, and that's interesting. Let me go ahead and scroll up a little bit. I want to see what questions we've got. Question: did Grandpa Ma do this to Gus? Allegedly. Great question, Carla. Allegedly, right? Thank you. All right. Did Josie, the Grandpa Ma, have anything to do with the actual... We have walking away into the desert, y'all. Walking away into the desert. So there may have been a removal of Gus and taken into the desert, because that's what this is the outback. You know, a walkabout, movement, travel. 8 of Cups. Did Josie have anything to do with the disappearance of Gus? I have the Empress in reverse and I have the Hermit in reverse, but I do not intuitively feel they are supposed to be in the reverse. I'm going to chart them just because intuitively I feel like they weren't meant to come in the reverse. Perhaps the way I flipped the card. The Empress is the mother card, and it could be a grandmother. The Empress could be easily a grandmother, and we have the home. card, the Hermit. So we have earth energy as well as we have very watery energy. We have all. The Empress is all to me. She's all four queens. She's the cup, the emotional one. This is definitely the grandmama. And then I have at the home Virgo energy. So it's appearing to me, your question is, did Grandpa Ma do this to Gus? And I'm picking up not necessarily. In other words, unfavorable. It's almost revealing to me that there's this walking away energy, not of Gus, but of, let me draw one more card on that. Show me why the walking away. I kind of feel like it could be to hide a body. Just saying, like it is. Show me this Eight of Cups, the Empress, and the Virgo Hermit. Something's not starting. No. They can't start like a motorbike or something. I'm feeling this panic. I'm feeling panic. I can't get something going. I'm in a hurry. That's just intuitive. What's coming through? Moon, secret. That person's going to hide something very important in the desert. And that's the secret. There's two dogs, right, in this picture with the moon. And I feel like there's two individuals that are definitely making it appear, trying to make it appear. And that bike, oh my golly. Was a motorcycle used to leave a false footprint? Because they got a false footprint out there, they think. They do not believe it was actually Gus and they got a footprint. So, was that death? It was used in the death of the child. So, is the motorcycle covering, are they using the motorcycle to cover up the death? Or are they using the motorcycle because they hit the child? Or is it both? I have the death card. I have the family card. Oh, and okay, so when you get the 10 of Cups, it's not always, as tarot readers say, the happiest card, like the sun. It's actually very heightened emotion. It could be fear. It could be ego. It could be happiness. It's heightened extreme emotion. So we have death and we have this, oh my gosh, moment. Whoa. With the Wheel of Fortune, karmic, repetitive. Wheel could be driving. Somebody is having death, betrayal. The Lovers, there's the grandparents right there, laid to rest and defensive over it. This read is like clockwork. We have the Lovers, which we've got Grandma and we've got Grandma. Rather, that's an attachment to each other. We have the laid to rest. This person's laying on a coffin. So both grandparents, according to the reading, come together because they're aware of the death and they're defensive over it. They are betraying the child and God, almost like against nature, right? Because there's something to do about a wheel. This child may have been struck by a vehicle and it be hidden. Why would they hide it unless the child had something they did not want found out? Okay, I don't even want to get into the perversion of this. I'm just saying it's almost as if they wanted him to be a little girl. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you what I feel. There's a perversion and I can't quite. And it doesn't feel good. It makes me sick, like I drank too much, like way too much water, and I'm waterlogged. I don't know what the hell that means. Show me this. I gotta understand this part before I get the next question. We've got victory. They're trying to get victory. They're trying to, on the stinky offer. All right, let's get into the next question. I did my very, very best. I would say unfavorable that Josie was the one that actually did something to Gus while he was alive. How's that work? That's the best I can give you. And remember, you might have a completely different interpretation, and that's fine. Debbie Gazzardo, question, was Gus involved in an accident? Let's find out. I am very thirsty. Just give me 1 second. Talking about waterlogged, I get so thirsty because I do a lot of talking. The question, was Gus involved in an accident? Was Gus involved in an actual accident? Was Gus involved in an actual accident? Gus Lamont, 4 years old. Thank you. We just got a little bit of the story. Ace of Swords, yes. Ace of Wands, yes. A fight for life. Oh my golly, y'all. 11-11. Ace, I so rarely have two aces come out together. This is so affirmative. This is giving us so many answers right this very minute. Debbie Gazzardo, you're getting the goat for asking the very best question of the reading so far. You got it. You nailed it. This is why my PIs are hired, right? They just do it. They do it right. So, was Gus involved in an accident? I've got clarity. Ace of Swords. Saw words. Clear communication. Absolutely. From the universe. Remember, we got that divine information coming through with that Seven of Pentacles, which is all about that. We had the card that was talking about divine intervention in the other read. That's what this is saying. This is the hand from the universe saying, you just hit on the clarity of it all. There is an accident. Next, look at the two hands handed to each other, right? And what do they form? We have the ace and the ace. What do they form right here? An 11. Boom. Boom. Can't even make it up. We have this phallic symbol of an aha idea. So the clarity is they have an accident, and then they're like, now what do we do? In the now what do we do? We have this child fighting for his life. And others fighting to take the swords, the clarity, the swords, right? So words, clarity. This person's stealing all the swords, all the clarity. It's being covered up. The aha idea is to steal the swords so that these people don't know what happened and to just cover the whole damn thing up. I got to find out what kind of accident this was. It's toxic. Yeah, it's toxic accident. And there is perversion in that home. I can't explain it. But I don't like it. What's on the bottom of the deck? Dwelling home. I just said that. I just said there's something bad in the home. Toxic. All right, let me understand this accident. This accident, thank you. We start off with partners. The married couple, right? The spouses. Josie and Shannon. The grandpa, ma, and grandma. What happened? Bare hands again, you guys. Manual. Somebody accidentally lost their temper. We have manual, touch, prints. Again. That's the second time I've got that. When I asked what happened to Gus, is this hands-on. Like physical, hands on this child. Beaten, there it is. I knew it was coming out. I knew damn well it was coming out. This child had his hands. They did not mean to kill him. But they did. Beaten, hitten, struck, abused. We have a witness. Can I get a witness? There's going to be something coming up, y'all. Camera, knowledge. There's something. Anything else that we need to see that is being hidden at this time about little Gus Lamont? Thank you. Oh, the law's coming in here. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Grandpa, mama, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? There's like an emotional stress about money. They may have paid someone to do something. I don't know what, maybe help get rid. I don't know. I don't know why money and debt is constantly coming up around Gus. Bottom of the deck over here on the tarot. There's going to be a whole new thing coming up in the case as we move forward. Chariot's winning. We have time put in by the police. A nightmare you can't wake up from. And the King of Pentacles. They're not giving up. They're going to get to the bottom of this. All right, next question. Who asked that one? Debbie Gazzardo. That was an amazing question. Excellent. Like I said, that's why my PIs are the ones in charge of asking most of the questions, is you guys are better at it than me. I can read the cards, but I don't always think of the right questions. It takes all of us to do it. Let's put those back under there. All right, let's get into the next. Come on now. Ooh, good question, Debbie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Zoe is asking, is the motorbike involved in harming Gus? Think possible DNA on the bike, maybe run him over. Is the motorcycle involved in the actual harming of Gus? Excellent question. Good job, Zoe. Is the motorbike actually involved in harming Gus Lamont? We have witness, Page of Swords, something we need to investigate more. It's not a clear answer. It's saying the motorcycle has got something worth looking at twice. They were right to take it into the forensic lab. It could be that it was used for removal. They're worried. Whoever owns a motorcycle feels imprisoned, like they're trapped because the motorcycle's in forensic. And then we have that original card that we got about the motorcycle, where I said it's almost as if somebody's responding on the motorcycle to cover it up. Because remember, we had those 10 burdens in the other reading, followed by the 10 of Wands, followed by the 2 of Pentacles having to put something down because they already had a burden. Which, to me, this is actually suggesting that there wasn't necessarily, it's unfavorable for the motorbike being the one to hit him. It's more like the motorbike was used to dispose of. Okay? Wow. And that's exactly right with that witness. Somebody came on that motorbike and saw what had happened. That's why we keep getting that witness. Great question. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see who else has a Jennifer Swain. Question, is Shannon, now she's the grandma that was at home with Gus, involved in Gus's disappearance? Is Shannon, the grandmother at home, involved? Ace of Pentacles, absolutely, and she holds the evidence. She has evidence of what happened. Bottom of the deck, she might have been numbing or doing something that was too much of something. There's going to be an offer here. Might be a plea deal. We do have this conflict and then travel right to a lawyer with her partner about the page, the child, the 2 lovers. So this walks like a book. Look at this. We have Shannon, Ace of Pentacles, yes, involved. We have this overabundance of something. Could be rugs, it could be drinking, it could be something. Neglectful, I would guess. We have this offer. So it's almost as if there's an offer, and this could be in 2 different levels. Could be an offer, a knight in shining armor. Could be somebody coming to help cover up the problem. Also, it could be not either, but also it could signify law coming in with an offer to someone about this conflict of information. Like, not everybody's getting it on the same page. We go right to traveling to calmer ground. The case is going to go in the right direction, but this is also, think of it as if this is somebody coming in to save Shannon from a big issue. This is her knight in shining armor. They may not be on a horse, They may be on a motorbike, which is also called a horse in slang. Let me get on my horse. Could be your motorcycle. This is, I'm having problems, right? Trying to get on the same page. And then we have travel. So there's 2 layers of answers here. We have the Queen of Swords, which is a truth spoken, but it's also a signal that there is a lawyer needed or a lawyer involved. Somebody lawyering up. And you can see this on the level of a partner helping out Shannon, which would be Josie, right? The partner. But you could also see this as the partners coming together about the page and having to make a choice. So they're having to choose between, the police are having to choose between which person, the grandpa or the grandmama, to understand who did this. Bottom of the deck, abandonment. With a overabundance and exchange, Archangel Michael, protector of children, says there's a contract of marriage here that has them protecting each other. With the mother, Queen of Cups, could be a seer. And she's going to fight for this. She's going to fight for her child in some way behind the scenes. Wow. Excellent question. So, is Shannon involved? It does appear so. I would say favorable if I had to guess, right? If I was a betting man, that's what it looks like to me. Let me go ahead and see what else we have. Question, Carla. Does Shannon have anything to do with Gus being gone? Okay, we did that one. Thank you, lovely. Question, Jennifer says, did Grandma leave Jessica to go to Shannon? Ooh, you guys, you have some good questions. Always do. What's that? Okay. Did Josie leave the mother Jessica? Basement. Yes. Left Jessica behind at work, right? This is the work card. 8 of Pentacles, mastering something, working on something, doing it repetitive so that you can make a sale, right? Like he found a way to make this perfect and he made money off of it. Coin, right? So then he's reproducing it. So this is work. Yes, at work. Left the mother at work. Chariot. Boom, car. This is a car or a motorcycle. This is a vehicle. Yes, Josie did leave. Josie left and went to Shannon. Judgment. Final answer. Final answer. Absolutely positive, according to the cards. Judgment, weighed, measured, and found wanting. This person absolutely lovers on the bottom of the deck. Can't even make this read up. Bam! That is just crazy. All right, Carla wants to know. Let's go ahead, clean the deck. We'll knock the energy out for a minute so that we can get a fresh answer. Every once in a while it helps. Does Josie know exactly what happened to little 4-year-old Gus? Does Josie, the grandmama, know what happened to Gus? Page, there's the child. Playing with sticks or something. Knight of Wands, inconsistent. That's my, person that's addicted to stuff card for true crime. Bottom of the deck, the Magician, the Illusion. There it is. Helped dispose of the child. Yes. The Moon helped hide it. And there's this exchange of abundance. Very, very good questions. Allison wants to know, does the motorbike have anything to do with Gus? I'm just going to change that question, Allison, and I love you. That's a good question. But I feel like we beat around the bush a little bit. Let's just get down to it. Was the motorbike used to remove the hurt child? What was it used in the cover-up? Was the motorcycle used in the cover-up of the child? The child. Six of Cups. The child. The child. Six of Cups. Somebody you've known since they were a baby. Yes. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel. Karma. Yes. The motorcycle was definitely used. King of Wands. The passionate idea. That would be the Grandpa Pama. And Ace of Swords on the back. There's your clarity. The motorcycle was used to dispose of the child. Judgment. Final answer. That's a positive yes. The Tower moment. The motorcycle was used. I'm going to ask a question. I have to ask this, and then I'll hand it back to you guys. Very serious question here. Allegedly, and that's all this is spaghetti at the wall. Did Shannon strike this child? Physically strike and beat this child? Allegedly. Paige, the child, a stinky offer. Did Shannon do something to Gus Lamont physically that harmed him? Wheel of Fortune. This has happened not only once, it's happened before. She may have gave him something. This is the exchange card. Whatever this happened with the stinky kid, and it's not that he's stinky. This is a stinky offer for a kid. Given this child something. Gave this child something. And now it's karmic with the King of Pentacles. Cause confusion. Did Shannon harm this child physically? Queen of Swords, yes. Okay. So Shannon is the one, according to the cards, that is the suspect and that has done this. Carla wants to know, is little Gus alive? Is little Gus Lamont, 4-year-old that's missing, alive? At this moment, at this current time. Is little Gus alive? No. He's been put down. And I know that sounds terrible, like it's a dog or something. That's not what I'm saying. This is the card, Two of Pentacles. It's talking about having to make a choice between the two because you can't juggle like this forever. So you have to put something down. This child was put down. And I feel the dirt on my face. I can feel it. He was buried. The child. By somebody he's known his whole life. Basement, total betrayal. No, it's a negative answer, unfavorable. Protect, look, strength card. Oh, Temperance, Archangel Michael has the child. The child is with the angels. Wow. One more question, you guys. How you holding up? All right, Jennifer Swain, you're getting the last question. And I know you guys, before we answer that, I will answer that last question. I just want to come up and say, thank you for asking such important questions. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to answer all your questions. I only have so much energy. But I think we're getting the major answers that we wanted to understand with Gus. And know that the cards are saying that this is going to get wrapped up like boom when it does happen, okay? And I mean wrapped up as in either the boy is found, right, and they have the evidence of what happened, or they go with a no body. But there's an arrest, what do you call that? Impending? Is that the word? Pending arrest coming, according to the cards, very soon. All right, let's go with this. Jennifer Swain. Is Gus Lamont buried in the desert dirt? Is Gus Lamont, Ace of Cups? Oh, I didn't even show you I was shuffling. I just cut the deck, and in the middle of the deck is Ace of Cups. Yes, the child is buried in the dirt. Victory, correct. It was over an accident of some kind. This is always unplanned, always unplanned. It's confusing. With the King of Cups, deep emotion was involved in this. There's evidence. They're stuck on something in the evidence. This is evidentiary. This is not moving. It's moving, but very slowly. There's something hidden that they're not seeing. It's almost like there's a dark night going to come up. About the illusion, the timeline is inconsistent. And it is going to be the landowner. It's going to be the landowner of the home. Something about working, something repetitive with the grandmama. So in a sense, I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is Josie. And I feel like the Empress is being shown to me as if it's Shannon. And there's this witness. Mental imprisonment. Judgment's coming against her. Yeah, it's coming. Judgment is coming. They're going to be held accountable for this. This child will... it will be known what has happened. Wow. Wow, you guys. Thank you very much for doing that with me. Once we start a case here at 1111 True Crime, we stay on that case until it's either solved or, justice is served one way or another. So we're not giving up on little Gus. We're not giving up on Summer. We're not giving up on Jack and Lily. There's new information in the Jack and Lily case, 2 interviews. We have new information on the Nancy Guthrie case. There's so much information, I can't even keep up with the videos right now. But out of all the cases, Gus needed us the most right now. Truly. Because not a lot of people are going to choose to work on this little boy named Gus's case over in Australia. Because it's not going to get a lot of clicks and views. But we don't care here. We want the truth. And we want Gus found. And that is our prayer. And we want him to have justice, truly. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you to the moon and back. I look forward to every day that I get to wake up and know that you're a part of my family and I'm a part of yours. So even if you're on replay crew, keep in mind how important you are to all of us. And if you're on the live, thank you so much for participating in all the lives that we did, as well as thank you humbly to my private eyes, because you guys, you're the brain trust of the bunch. I can read the cards, but you guys have the best questions. I love you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic night. And I will be back again with you very soon. Now I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to do that call to get you to do something next. So if you would like to see more of my readings, I did an incredible reading the other day before we knew what happened in Nancy Guthrie. It was like, it laid it out like clockwork. I invite you to watch that with, replay crew, if you will. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for the hypes. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the subs. However you've chosen to support this channel. I mean, you guys know that my 1111decks.com shop is always open to you guys 24/7. We don't have to have a deck party, which was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But also on that deck party, you guys, if you go to the website and you're not during the deck party time, you still get free shipping if you do $50 order or more. I love you guys. Say a prayer for little Gus and his mom and dad, right? See you soon, lovelies.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemy